Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to our very last part, which is week 4, part 6, which is we are going to learn about how to critique and learn the dashboard. Alright, now let's go to the very first slide. Now, we wanted to understand why the dashboard fails, right? Now, if we look in here, if you realize about something, right, this is commonly happens in many dashboard. If you notice about one thing, each of these visual have a similar sizes, right? We can see the bar charts here, the line charts, the bubble plot, and then the another bar charts, and tree maps as well as pie chart over here, right? We can see all of these visual do have a similar size. When you give a similar size, right, what really happen is you don't give clear focus or hierarchy. So the only way how can we avoid this one, or how can we fix this one, is we need to resize which visual you think most important, so that we give the hierarchy. In this case, if I click this one, right, we can say the sales by month is the most important things, depending on your stakeholder at that time, right? We just assume, let's say the bar chart for sales by month is the most important things, right? You resize it to make it bigger a bit, so we know the hierarchy is this one is the first one, this one, and this one is the second one, and all of the other three is the third one, because we give them the hierarchy and clear focus, telling the audience, oh, this one is the most important one. So that one is very important. Now, sometimes, right, we can understand, let me just delete the whole things first. Sometimes it is too cluttered for whatever reason, right? Let's say this is just like we put some assumption. Let's say we put too many visual, right? When you put too many visual, what happen is, meaning that we have too many noises. All right, so let's just assume we just want top product, and this, because this one is the third hierarchy, right? All of these three are the third hierarchy. We just assume the top product is the only important things compared to regional split and channel mix, right? What we can do is we can just like remove this one, because we just assume this one is basically disconnected with the other things, because this one is about sales, this one is about profit, this one is about profit versus sale, and this one is about top products. So we know top product is the most important things within these three hierarchy, right? So what we can do is, in order to make our visual less cluttered and less visual, right, to reduce the noise, what we can do is we can remove the one that disconnected. Alright, so as previously we have regional split as well as channel mix. We assume those one is disconnected with the rest of the things, right? We can just remove those one so that we can make a better storytelling. Now, what we can see in here, right, we have so many different colors, even though it is different visual. So it's very important for us to ensure the color are consistent between all of the visuals. So if I change to here, right, we can see here, this one is, actually even this one is wrong. Actually, we should just like maybe remove this color, remove this color, and just put color on this one, to make it this one as highlight, actually. But this one is better compared to before, something like this. This color is null, right? And this one as well, so we can just like make it this one different colors, and this one we can just make this one is a different color. So sorry, the slide is quite wrong, but this is the idea. The idea is, rather than before this, we have so many colors, right? We have so many different colors. We have blue, we have green, we have orange, and we have I'm not sure what color is this. This is like yellowish brown, sorry. So we have so many colors. So now we have a better consistent color, but even this one can be improvised, right? So yeah, so try to avoid excessive number of colors. And last one is, so many dashboard doesn't really have filtering. It's important for you to put filtering, so it's a lot more better for you to filter data so that you can have more granular data. So that's why it is very important for you to have filtering. So we have 4 things. The very first one is no clear focus, which we already did clear focus now. The second one is we remove disconnected section. The third one is we remove the colors, the excessive colors, so many different colors, we remove that one. And last one is we add filtering. So that is the things that we should have in a single dashboard. Now the mistakes that we need to avoid is basically, the very first one is overcrowded layout, which we have learned previously, by the way, which is in number 2 here, which initially we have overcrowded visual, right, which we have a lot of noises, and then we remove them. All right, so that is number 1, overcrowded layouts. Number 2 is inconsistent color. Also, we have go through with previously, which is I think in the previous video, use color with intent, where whenever you wanted to use colors, you ensure all of the colors are consistent. So let's say you have 2 visual, both of this one is categories, right? You need to make sure if it is similar, technology and technology, right, it have a similar color, even though it is actually coming from different visual. In this case, this one is bubble plot and this one is bar charts, right? So the third one is no interactivity. So in order for you to have the interactivity, is make sure you add the filtering so that user can actually filter based on whatever filtered or condition that they want. Alright, so the last one is about title. So every time you make a visual, it is very important for you to actually make a title that works. What does it mean by title that works? Title that actually provide a very good storytelling without even having to digest the whole visual here. So how can we make a title that works? So this one is part 1, which is a level 1, level newbie, right? Which is you just simply put sales data. But another level is you put a description. So you mention about this one is monthly sales growth by region, which is better than the first one just now, right? And last level is you can actually put what finding do you have. In this case is sales grew 20%, but only in the north. So this one is even more better. We don't really have to look at the visuals. Sometimes we can understand based on the title already. So it is very important for you to ensure you can rephrase your title to this extent. Initially, many students or many data analysts always put something like this, right? Sales data only. But if you able to make description, right, it is even better than this one. But even better if you can actually provide the finding here, which is better than description and better than label. Alright, so I think that's it for this video for this week. So see you guys in the next week, which we are going to learn about a new stuff, which is you are going to have to install RStudio and R itself, and then we can start with learning programming language, which is R. Alright, see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. Bye bye.